நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செய்ய மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
Day 5 seminar on Cloud Business Solutions for MSMEs, a game changer. Cloud-based business solutions for MSMEs at small and medium enterprises offer various advantages including scalability, cost efficiency, and accessibility. Integrating these cloud solutions can enhance efficiency, streamline operations, and enable MSMEs to focus on business growth and innovation. I invite Mr. Arul Stephen, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce General, to present the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. I stand before you today with immense pleasure as we gather here for this significant session. It is an honor to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you present here. A warm welcome to the esteemed resource person, CMA Harshit Shyamkant Deshpande, a council member and the chairman of the Agricultural Cost Management Board. Sriram Swaminathan, the consulting practice director at Oracle India. We welcome you, sir. I would like to extend my warm welcome to all our teachers and the students for gracing this occasion with your presence. I hope you have a fantastic time and leave here with a sense of acquiring knowledge. Once again, I welcome you all.
Thank you, Arul Stephen, sir. I take this opportunity to introduce CMA Harshit S. Deshpande, Council Member, Chairman of Agricultural Cost Management Board. CMA Harshit Deshpande, sir, is a practicing cost accountant, insolvency professional and registered valuer, independent director, social auditor, director of ICMAI RVO, member of advisory committee of IPA of ICAI, and member of valuation standard board of ICMAI RVO, and member of fee fixation committee of government of Maharashtra. I request the sir to present the keynote address.
Thank you, ma'am. Harshit Deshpande sir will join us in another 2 minutes. So today is a day 5 on cloud computing for MSMEs is a topic today. So we have the expert resource persons. So we have Harshad sir from Mumbai. So Harshad sir is one of the known person in our professional field. So no sir is associated with the insolvency professional, and he has done a lot for for the members, for the development of members. So Harshad sir is with us today. So over to Harshad sir for his keynote address.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for this invitation, and I'm really happy to be part of this excellent event, the various initiatives given on this digital transformation in the business world. So, the topic perhaps I'm going to speak about is the use of the cloud-based cloud computing in this MSME. So, friends, as you are aware that MSME is one of the key employer in the developing countries like India. So most of the employment comes from this MSME, and government is taking very good initiatives in order to give the good services and support to the MSME so that it can help the industry to grow. It can also help the employees and employability of the people. So now the real challenge is one of the MSME face is the funding issues, or they have the limited resources with respect to the time and also the money part, which is also is one of the key areas of concern which the government has recognized. So in order to use this technology, one of the important aspect is the investment. So it requires investment in the hardwares, it requires investment in softwares, it requires investment in terms of the support services that you are going to get it. Because, for example, a company like MSME can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir. You're audible.
Okay. Yeah, some technical issues
Yeah, yes,
perhaps
sir.
had.
Yes, sir. You're audible now. You're audible now.
So company like MSME would like to go for SAP license. So it has a cost of licensing, it has a cost of hardware, it has cost of the resources, it has a cost of the people who are going to be deployed, because the consultants also carry incredible amount of cost. So how this can be balanced? So one of the good uh, area or good avenue for them is to have a cloud computing. So you can find that many softwares which are available now, which are available on cloud computing. So what happens is that in such cases, the investment in terms of the hardware competencies, so that get absorbed. So what happens is that suppose a company would like to implement any ERP software. So instead of having their own servers, instead of having their own the connectivity and the network, they can use internet as a platform, and they can have the server of they can have rent the server of some platform providers, and they can avail such services. So this has been a very growing trend. You can see many companies are now using this cloud computing to minimize their cost and take some good this thing. The only challenge remains in such situation is that your privacy of your data, which is one of the prime concerns for the bigger companies, because they don't want to share data, or they are not comfortable with parting away the data to the third party. Many times it happens that these companies who are providing such data, these are being shared and these are being stored uh, at the locations outside your country. So that also creates some time issue with respect to the privacy and the data confidentiality. So these are the challenges perhaps that are being faced by them. So you will see that once the companies choose for cloud computing, so one of the key element of that is the data and the ownership of the data. So the legal documents play important role here, that how you can protect yourself. But nevertheless, I find that the companies they are with some limited size, they are okay with cloud computing, so they are taking the risk of compromising their data with third party to the extent. But once they cross a certain limit, then the management thinks that perhaps it is the right time to invest. So, and by that time they also become capable, so that they have the investment and they have the money in place, so that they can cater to the needs of the businesses and growing companies. So this is one of the avenues while scaling up for MSMEs, to use the cloud-based computing in a very effective way, so that their improve there is improvement in their efficiencies, as well as they keep on saving the cost. So I think this is one of the key aspects that we have to consider while we are going for this cloud based computing. And I'm sure that this session you are going to see some more tools and techniques being discussed about how this digital transformation can happen effectively. So this perhaps are some of the points which I would like to share with the students and the faculties of the SA College of Arts and Science, Chennai. So with this short this thing, I am also eager to hear from the the other speakers. So I thank you very much for your time. For giving me the opportunity of being heard as a keynote speaker. So I request the organizers to take it forward. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, sir. Just for your updation, this program for the past 4 days we are having around 8,000 viewers. So this program is a grand success. So we are trying to reach more colleges. So we'll be requiring your support also, your with the Agricultural Cost Management Board and other committees. So wherever possible, please help us in spreading the knowledge. Thank you so much for your keynote address, sir. Over to Aarti, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Over to Aarti, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your address. Your insights have set the perfect tone for the event. I hereby introduce CMA Sriram Swaminathan, Consulting Practice Director, Oracle India. CMA Sriram Swaminathan, sir, is expertise in solution architect, business process modeling, localization, and tax needs across geo, due diligence, enterprise structure, chart of account, and financial consolidation modeling, data migration, and cut over strategy. Sir holds Bachelor of Commerce from RKM Vivekananda College, Associate Cost and Management Accountant from Chennai, Associate Chartered Accountant from ICAI Chennai, Certified Management Accountant from IMA USA. Sir has more than 25 years of experience, which includes 20 years of experience in Oracle Cloud and on upgrade, rollout, and support on Oracle ERP, PPM, and EPM, Treasury, Property Manager, products across various verticals. His experiences are delivery management of key or large account, managing delivery of country or region, specialization in finance domain, and demonstrated ability in architect solution for various transformational projects, including multi-pillar across various industries. I request the sir to take over the session.
Yeah, thank you, Aarti, for the introduction. Thank you, Arshad, for your keynote speak. And it's good that you covered the lot of cloud terminology there and setting the context. Thank you very much. So let me share my screen. I hope I'm audible to you all. Hope I'm audible.
Sir, you are audible, sir. You can present your screen. We will add it to the pin it to the screen once you present it.
Yeah. Okay.
Happy to have you, sir. So, in spite
you.
of your busy schedule, we thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah. Okay. So our
You'll
topic
have to
for
use the
today.
present option, share screen. Yes, sir. So, I have pinned it to the screen, sir. So,
Thank
it is
you.
now completely visible.
Yeah. Thank you. So our topic for today is the cloud business solutions for MSMEs, a game changer. So we'll cover what is business solutions, what is a cloud business
Excuse me,
solution.
sir. Can you just increase your volume?
Yeah.
Because it is very feeble.
Okay. So our topic for today is the cloud business solutions for MSME. So we'll cover some of the technologies of the cloud today. We'll cover what are the various business solutions that are available and how MSMEs can benefit from those business solutions and why there is a need to benefit from the business solutions, how it can help them to grow their business, help them to maintain their business and scale up their business to further heights. Okay. And start with some of the normal terminologies that is talked, discussed, or the jargons that is always spoken on the cloud world is what you see here. Okay, we call it cloud computing. You may hear Google Cloud, you may hear artificial intelligence, machine learning, data center, web-based, cluster, data privacy, software, hardware, big data, SaaS, IaaS, PaaS. So these are all normal terminology that is being used in the various cloud world. And when the cloud infrastructure comes, we'll call it as a private cloud and public cloud called or multi-cloud. So these are all the various cloud infrastructure we'll call it. I'll briefly cover some of this terminology as we progress on today's presentations and help you to understand how you can understand the various concepts behind these terminologies, how it is used, what is the major difference, and why this all came across. Okay. Okay, so what is business solutions? So any organizations, okay, doing any business needs certain solutions or a software. Okay, from a traditional, there is a bookkeeping and where you maintain your accounts, your in and outflow of cash, you will maintain in a book. Okay, but as the business scales up, they need an application or a software to record certain events. Okay, so initially it was only from an accounting perspective, a business solution is required. But as the business starts growing up, they need an extended solutions to meet various other business requirements. Say, for example, what you see here in the core center part of it is invoice and accounting, which is needed. We need those things to be dealt with because we need to give an invoice or we need to account the invoice to operate in a regulatory or a statutory environment. We need to ensure that we'll provide an legal copy of invoice to our customers. We'll take a copy of invoice whatever we purchase from our vendors. Okay, and we'll also maintain our inventory balance to ensure that there is no embezzlement happens. We have a control of the inventory balance, and the sales also we need to track what are the sales has happened and what are the sales happening from a point of sale system. And CRM is customer relationship management. We need to maintain who are our customers, who are our regular customers, or who are all our ad hoc customers. Those level of details also needs to be maintained. And we have our employees who works on our organization or enterprise, and we need to see what is they working on, what is the projects they are working on, what is the timesheets they are putting on to achieve that project. And we have a marketing tool called CX, Customer Excellence. We have a marketing tool, either be an email marketing or it may be an SMS marketing. So all these are some part of the business solutions. Okay, and whether it's needed or not needed depends on each enterprise to enterprise to what extent it is needed. But having a business solutions or a software tools in place will help the business to scale up their business further. Okay, for example, just giving an example on a sales cycle. So I have a customer walking in. Okay, if I record that customer details in my system, okay, or if I record that in my manual book, okay, I may not able to understand what he is buying or what he has bought, how many times he walked in. But if I have an ability to record him into my software tools, I know what he has bought, how many times he has bought, whether he's a regular customer, whether he's a loyal customer, how I can send some marketing note or a loyalty rewards or a discount offer back to him to encourage him to buy more from me. So this are all I can achieve by ensuring that I have a business solutions in place. Okay, so the reason I'm saying this, quoting this example is, okay, I may need just an accounting system because I need to meet a statutory requirement. The others may not be needed. Okay, may be needed or may not be needed. But if it is there as part of my business solutions, I have an potential possibility to scale my business further, to grow my business further, to enable me to take effective decision, to track my business, to track my business growth. Okay, so there are various software, various business solutions to meet various needs for a business enterprise to survive, to maintain their business, as well as to grow their business. Do you see this will be an added advantage for an SMEs to have this software in place? Yes. So we call this as an enterprise resource planning, called ERPs, enterprise resource planning. So it is a various software solutions for various business needs. It can be a human capital management, from hiring an employee to making the employee available to be part of an organization's, processing his payroll at the month end, or maintaining his leave balance, or it may be a customer who is walking in, or customer who is a credit customer, checking his credit history, or it can be my vendor, I'm managing my vendor and making a purchase with them, or it can be just an accounting system. So there are a lot of business applications available to meet various business needs. What I presented here is some snapshot of core application that is normally been used by various enterprise, whether it's a large enterprise or a small enterprise. So all these are all available and cloud as well as on-prem. Okay, I'll come to you what is on-prem and on-cloud in the next few slides. Okay, so what is large enterprise and what is SME? So why normally the typical myth of any cloud solution is too expensive, and there are large players in cloud ERP systems. Okay, and it's all expensive, but there are a lot of other softwares in a cloud business solutions which are available, which can be adaptable by a small and medium enterprises. So cloud service is not only for large enterprises, the same thing is available for the small and medium enterprises. There are various softwares available in the market which will give that business solution which we talked in the previous slide, to even for the small and medium enterprises. Why it's more closely applicable to SMEs is because it's very cost effective. Okay, compared to an large cloud software or an on-prem software, a cloud software is available at different varying price levels based on the need. The customer SMEs can use them, and based on their usage, they can pay them. So the pricing is more flexible, and they will pay whenever they wanted to use it, and they'll pay out to whatever duration they wanted to use it. Okay, so I may not need, and I may not have a large employee base in my organization, so I may not need an human resource module. Okay, I will call it as a module. I may not need a human resource module, so I will not buy a human resource module. I buy only an accounting or a sales module or a purchase module. So based on my usage, I can pay to that software cloud service provider, and based on my need, I'll use them, and I can have an ability to scale up as I grow. Okay, tomorrow I feel a need that my employees are growing, I can scale it up to the further areas where I need support. Okay. Typical challenge is the inventories, the sales cycle, customer management. These are all some core part of the business where they will make use of these software tools. Competitive edge, yes, whatever the large enterprise use, the SMEs also have the ability to use that at a lower price. Okay, they will not have to invest huge amount on infrastructure or huge amount on maintaining the software, but they have an ability to use the software which the large enterprise use and benefit by it. Okay. Focus on core operations. So yes, this is typically an ask. Okay, if you want the SMEs to focus on how they have to do the accounting, how they have to do the auditing, how they can do a cost control, how they can manage the employees, or how they can manage the employee payroll or the PF. Okay, if you have a software tool in place, it's all managed by them, and the SMEs can focus. They have a limited core team. They can focus on the core operation and growing the business, whereas all other business functions will be taken by the software. Okay, remote work enabled, yes. Okay, so what is remote work enabled? So I'm able to access this software. This is a cloud-based software. It's internet enabled. I'll be ability to access this software from any part of the globe. Okay, once you are connected to the internet is a mandatory prerequisite. So you have to connect to the internet. You can have access from your mobile. You can access from any part of the globe, from any reach, wherever you have an internet access. And yes, the last is global reach. The SMEs can grow. Okay, I may be destined to a certain locations today, but I can extend my business, and I can extend. I need not have to invest anything further on the business application or the software tools. I can just extend my application and do it. Okay, I need not restricted by a boundary or for a region. I can start using the same software even if I extend to the different market. Okay. Questions anyone else so far, or we'll take it at a later point? Okay, I'm moving on. Okay, so we talked about cloud. So what is cloud? Why it is been more prominent in the current world? Okay, so I'm just giving a brief description as to what is on-prem and what is cloud. Okay, on-prem is I have a designated place within my enterprise, okay, within my organization, within my company, to maintain my IT systems. Okay, I may have an email server, I may have an accounting server, I may have various other data center built within my office space. Okay, so that is called on-prem. So I have an in-house system in place. I'll have to have an provision a small area where I put my IT infrastructure, like the network and servers. I have to put it across, and then have a network established so that my employees can connect to the application software and access it. So that is called on-prem. Whereas cloud is not visibly physically present in my enterprise. It is present in somewhere else. Okay, and I'm able to access it over the internet. Okay, that is called cloud. Okay, so which one is used? What is the need, or what are the various features and functionalities when I should use on-prem and when I use to cloud? Okay, so on-prem is the gone days. So majority of the enterprise are moving to the cloud world. But why it was on-prem was used earlier? Okay, some organization or a large enterprise wanted data center single tenancy, or they wanted an secure data encryption, or they are sensitive of the data. They don't want the data to go out of the organization. Typically, it may be a government type of an organization where they'll have a public sensitive data. So they don't want data to be on the cloud, okay, which may be suspicious to malware attack or a spurious attack. They don't want the sensitive data, any of that sensitive data, to be outside of the national region, and they wanted them to be secured and stored within their eyesight. So those may be the need for having an on-prem solutions. Yes, that is only the on-prem solutions can accommodate that. A cloud solution may not be able to accommodate that. High secure data encryption is in on-prem also. You have an encryption is possible. Like you will not be able to. You have an ability to mask the data. In a cloud also that is possible. So I have a specific hardware requirement. I have a specific solution requirement, which means I'm not having a standardized business process. I'm having my own business process. I wanted to do the way I'm doing the business. I'm peculiar. I'm not from a common pool. Then you may have to have your own software and your own solution. So in that case, an on-premise is better. A cloud will give you a standardized practices, okay, standardized business process, which anyone can use it. So if you need a specific hardware and specific solutions, then an on-prem solution is the best part. Okay, infrastructure investment. Okay, I already have an infrastructure in place. I have a network, I have a server, I have established all the connectivities. So if you have done that, it means you are on an on-prem. I have a place to keep my IT infrastructure, then an on-prem. Whereas cloud, there is virtually no infrastructure investments or infrastructure maintenance. Okay, So the benefit of cloud is the usage-based pricing. I may not use the entire IT system that is there. I may use just part of it. Yes, you will only pay for the part you use, and you have an option to subscribe to the other part as and when you wanted to use it. Data visibility and control. In on-prem, yes, there is a lot of control. We talked about the sensitivity of the data. Yes, there are a lot of data visibility and control within the focused area, the focused employees, or the focused people who are having access to the on-prem environment. Whereas in a cloud, it is the data visibility and control is restricted. Okay, it is restricted to a certain extent, and it is possible to have a potential exposed data to be exposed to a different world as well. Data backup and recovery. The built-in data backup and recovery is there in cloud. Okay, you do not have to worry about any backup or recovery. Okay, you do not have to worry there is a power shutdown. You do not have to worry that I don't have an internet access. There will be an automatic data backup and recovery in a cloud world because the server is maintained by somebody else. Okay, whereas in on-prem, you need to ensure that you have there is no power outage. You need to ensure that there is a backup. You need to ensure that the data is there is a backup on a daily basis, or there is also a disaster recovery system. Okay, if something has happened to your server in a physical location, how you can restore that data by having a copy of the same data in this one server to another server. Okay, so that is called disaster recovery. So if something, a flood or a national calamity happens in a physical place where I had my IT infrastructures, how I can bring back my business. I have a very large sensitive data and large confidential data or my business operations data. So physically located in one location, but due to calamities, it got lost. How I can bring it back? Its only possibility is if you have a disaster recovery of the mirror image of the data server in another location, you have an ability to bring it back. Otherwise, your data will be lost. Okay. Zero downtime. Yes, the power outage or any outage on the physical locations will have an impact on on-prem, whereas a cloud will have a zero downtime because the data center is built with that capability in place. Okay, so this is the reason, traditionally it is an on-prem world, okay, where each enterprise, or either it's a large or a small enterprise, have their own application software, have their own IT infrastructure servers in place. And today the technology has outgrown, and today majority of the organization is moving towards a cloud storage. So they will not have a physical IT infrastructure within that system, whether it's a large or a small enterprises. They will subscribe to the cloud without the need of having a physical space or a physical team to monitor or track them. Okay, so gone are those days of on-prem, and the enterprise is moving towards the cloud. Okay, but there are certain enterprises which is specifically wanted to be on-prem, which are all related to enterprises having a sensitive data, and because of various data privacy needs, they need not want to go to the cloud. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so being in cloud, what are the benefits? Okay, we'll see what are the benefits. Okay, what the SMEs can benefit by it. Okay, so the business solutions, what we talked earlier slides, will help the business to grow, will help the SMEs to focus on the core operations and strategic growth, and make an effective decision making. Some of these business solutions which we talked help them to reach the target. Okay, how this cloud business solutions will help them to reach that higher heights is what we are going to see. And they are not in an equal level playing field like in large enterprises, but these cloud business solutions will give them that benefits and leverage of what the large enterprises is giving, so that they can reach that target. Okay, so business process automation. So any SMEs is not going to define a new business process. How I want to do a purchase invoice, how I wanted to do a sales invoice, how I need to record an accounting, or how I need to recruit a person, or how I need to bring a person to the employee locations and access the application. So there is an inbuilt business process within the cloud business solutions, which will help them to leverage the business process rather than defining their own. They can use the automated business process and benefit by that. By way of automation, which means any manual task in the business process will be reduced. today's world, we talk about paperless invoice. Okay, I will not have to generate a paperless invoice, put a seal and send it across. I may generate an email invoice, scan it through them and send it to the supplier directly or to my customer. Okay, and I'll record the customer email address and the supplier email address and record them and send it across, which will be a proof of evidence. Okay, rather than printing it and one person sending it, may not be a need. I may have a business process automated, cutting across the manual task or a mundane task, enabling my team to work on strategic objectives rather than on any relentless mundane job. Okay, so that is the business process automation which the cloud business solutions offers seamlessly, so that the SMEs can play an equal level playing field along with the large enterprises. Okay, so there is no differentiation. So a large enterprise subscribing to a cloud solution will also use the same business process. A small enterprise also will use the same business process. Okay. Flexible pricing. So the most advantage of the cloud business solution, it comes at 1/100th of the cost. Okay, when I say 1/100th of the cost, assume that you have to invest on your IT infrastructure and servers and network, build your networks, and give access to your employees. Okay, it takes a large initial investment, and secondly, it also takes a lot of efforts for you to maintain them over a period of time. And over and above that, that is just an infrastructure. You have to build a software solutions. Okay, put it on your IT server, and then make your employee access to that. Okay, whereas all these things is offered as a pre-seeded and automated business process to the SMEs. So, and the cost is, you will not incur any of this infrastructure cost, maintenance cost, or a team or a DBA team or a database administrator team or any IT team to track or maintain those server. It's all done by the cloud service provider, and you will pay only for the service that you used. For example, if you are using a finance system, I pay say 100 rupees per month per user. Okay, that is my cost. Okay, I may be on the cost, I may be little high or low, but the actual average cost per user would be say 100 to 1,000 rupees per month. Okay, so I will not be bound by a huge investment of one-time cost, and will not be bound to have an regular running cost. I'll just pay only a monthly subscription-based cost for whatever the services that I'm using it, and without needing to worry about the data recovery or data backup or disaster recovery, and zero downtime. I'll be able to access the application anywhere from any place. Okay, so that's, and at a lower cost. Okay, and this comes with all the regulatory and compliance requirement. The must ask for any business solution is whether I'm supporting the GSTs, whether I'm supporting the Indian income tax laws. If I'm in a different region, whether I'm able to support the local reporting requirement in that region. Yes, all this, it's VAT enabled, GST enabled, or the income tax enabled. So you will have the ability to invoke your GST on your supplier invoice, on your receivable invoice, and also meet your regulatory and compliance requirement based on the region that SMEs operate. Okay, so this critical choice when you make a when you're selecting your product, because some product cloud business solutions may be specific to a specific region. So some of the choice is dependent on which region you operate and how you can select the softwares, how it meets your current requirement, regulatory requirement in that region. Okay. Global reach, yes. Okay, you have a possibility to scale up your business. Yes, possible. You have a possibility to extend your business. Yes, the same business solutions can be extended to accommodate your growing business needs. Whether you are going in an organic route or inorganic route, you are acquiring more business, you will use the business solutions, which is streamlined, which is standardized business process. You use the software to reach to any part of the globe, and it has an ability to extend your business growth. Okay, by having a software and tools in place, it will help you to extend your business to a multiple areas. And enhanced security, yes, all this comes with an enhanced securities. When I say securities, yes, the cloud storage is there, and it's all protected. So whatever the security that we need to do on an on-prem is being done by the cloud service provider. So they will take care of the data that is being held by the different teams. Okay, different organizations data will be there. In a cloud storage, if you call us a cloud storage is there in one of the centers, say in Bangalore, so there will be multiple enterprise subscribe to the same cloud storage. So it's not just me or one other person use the cloud storage. It will be multiple person will be using that. So they'll ensure that the security and the data center is securized and no authorized, unauthorized access is there. And all those precautions, checks and balance will be regularly maintained to ensure that data leakage is not there. The only disadvantage is yes, there is a possibility if some manual intervention happens, somebody attacks the data center, possibility of data loss is there, but a regular security check on a regular basis is always there. Okay, coming back to the terminologies. Okay, I'm on the final slides. Okay, so what is I'm just talk about few concepts that we discussed here. What is cloud computing is called whatever the cloud business solutions we talked about is called cloud computing, and AWS is the Amazon Web Services. Okay, they are one of the cloud infrastructure provider along with Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud. So Amazon, Microsoft, and Google are the major cloud infrastructure provider. Okay, when I say infrastructure provider is like I have an IT system or a data center in my premises. Likewise, they build that IT services, IT infrastructure in one specified locations where they'll ensure that there is a zero downtime, and they ensure that there is a data backup and sell part of their cloud storage to you. Okay, and you can go and subscribe. Okay, I can go and subscribe. I can buy it if I want. If I build some application or a solution, I can go and subscribe to Microsoft Azure or AWS or Google Cloud and host my application. Hosting means I can put my application into that cloud storage and I can sell that to multiple people. Okay, I can buy a server storage within Microsoft Azure or Google or AWS and use it extensively. Okay, and I'll talk about what is SaaS. SaaS is software as a service. IaaS is infrastructure as a service. So Google, Microsoft, AWS are infrastructure as a service. PaaS is the platform as a service. So in certain cases they'll give the platform. In certain cases they'll give an infrastructure. SaaS is called software as a service, which means they'll give a business application software like an SAP, Oracle, or there are other products like Zoho. So these are all various products, Zoho, Infor, or even say I have my own software called ABC. I can go and put it onto this cloud infrastructure and share it across with various enterprises. So that is called software as a service. So I'm giving you an accounting software in a cloud and providing you the access. So that terminology is called software as a service, which is what the various business solutions that are currently there is being used by various SMEs. Okay, and public cloud and private cloud and multi-cloud is public cloud is the cloud infrastructure is shared by multiple companies or enterprises whoever can subscribe. So they will access that part of an infrastructure whatever they want to use. Whereas a private cloud is within a cloud infrastructure, they will provision certain part of the areas to a specific enterprises. So a private cloud is much more secure compared to a public cloud. Okay, but a private cloud may come with an extra cost. When I say private cloud, so there will be a separate activity to maintain that private cloud. There will be a separate activity to ensure the security is in place. There will be separate activities of backup to be done specifically for that specific private cloud. Whereas public cloud, I'll do that activities for the entire data center. I may not do it for one person who has subscribed to it. I will do it for the entire data center. I'll ensure the security for the entire data center. So whereas a private cloud, I have to do it specifically. It will be there. A multi-cloud is there is an option to have some of your sensitive data in your private cloud and some combination of your normal data in a public cloud. That is called multi-cloud. Business process is what we talked about. Cloud provider, there are a lot of cloud provider. Okay, on the infrastructure we saw Microsoft, AWS, and Google. Whereas the other cloud providers from a business solutions is say Zoho, Voodoo is there, Infor is there. On various regions, various industry related, there are various cloud players. It's a challenge to select a right cloud player because they'll come with certain business functions. You have to see whether that meets your business function, and they'll come with certain cost as well. Okay, And some of the terminology like machine learning, artificial intelligence, it's all part of your data center where where you subscribe to the cloud. Okay, artificial intelligence is enabling you to identify any anomalies within that software. Machine learning is allowing the machine to learn based on your practice and experience. So these are all part of the recent technologies which will be invoked in your business applications to ensure that any of your manual activities can be streamlined by a machine learning and an artificial intelligence. Okay. And just the last slide is yes. So the challenges. This is my last slide. Okay. So there are a lot of cloud infrastructure provider, and the best way to select them is you have something called Gartner Magic Quadrant report. Okay, which will tell which application software or a cloud solution provider at what level they are in. So and it depends on which region, which industries the SMEs operate. So make use of the research report from an independent organization. It's called Gartner Magic Quadrant report. And security of the data. Okay, if you have sensitive data, then yes, cloud may not be a right choice, or a private cloud is the right choice. And there are data privacy needs. Okay, if you are operating in certain business segments. Okay, and if you need to adhere to the data privacy needs for the region. Say for example, I have a passport data or I have an Aadhaar card data. So if I'm using those data in my system, I need to abide by that Indian data privacy needs to ensure that the data is not stored in a cloud, or the data is masked or not retrievable in a cloud storage. So these are all some considerations you have to give when you select or opt for a cloud storage or a cloud service provider. Okay, I'll open for any question and answer. And any clarifications you want to go back on any previous slides, please let us know.
Sir, thank you, sir. It was a splendid presentation. So maybe if there are any queries from the participants, we will just pick up the queries. Sir, like, we have been talking about the cloud systems, cloud ERPs. Like, there are so many cloud systems and cloud ERPs. Since there are many students here, I would like to know, like, how these students can get an exposure, or how they can get trained in this type of ERPs. Like, when they are going to start up their career after their college.
Yeah.
So how it will help them to develop their career? Can you just throw light on this question?
Okay, so I started my career in finance. Okay, and then at that point of time, way back in 96, 98. So I got my exposure to ERP systems when I working as a finance person. So I tend to do a lot of manual way of as a finance guy after qualifying as a CMA and CDA. I ended up doing a lot of Excel-based work, okay, which is more like a data crunching. So I thought, why this is not available as part of a system? Okay, why I have to do numbers in the Excel, prepare the numbers in the Excel, and then report it out? Why it not came automatically? So that was my first intervention to the ERP world. So ERP is enterprise resource planning. So definitely for any person to do his job effectively, a software or a solution is needed. Okay, that's where my first interactions with the ERP started. So I went ahead and learned an ERP system by myself, and then slowly I thought, okay, this needs to be extended to a lot of other businesses. So you have an ability to take your report from the system rather than preparing from a manual system. You have an ability to do it. So there are a lot of ERPs in the world currently, SAPs or Oracle, and other small-based ERPs is there. What we know normally is a Tally. When I was studying, I know only Tally as an ERPs, being in Indian context. So which is just majorly an accounting or an HR or inventory management software, or it will also handle purchases and sales cycle. But whereas a large ERP like Oracle or SAPs, it covers the gamut of the business process within an organization. Okay, something you may be doing manually, it can also be brought into an application software. So the manual need, because the employees, the people, students needs to work in qualitative role, not data crunching at a quantitative role. Whereas the qualitative role is what what we are studying in our UG and PG and in a professional course. So we need to see how we can work qualitatively. So that's what this ERP software will help. You have an advantage to work as an ERP end user. So there are various roles, or you have an advantage. End user is like, I'm still a finance user, but I'm using an ERP system for my day-to-day job. Okay, I'll benefit from the ERP system. If I want to, okay, I'm interested, I wanted to be a consultant, I want to implement the best application software to other companies, then I can be an implementer. So based on the role, you can see how you wanted to go, whether the role interested you to be on a finance role and being an end user, or you wanted to go and implement the solutions to other businesses, then you have to get yourself trained on an implementation role. Okay, so this will definitely this what you studied so far is what the application also will provide. Okay, when you studied your cost control, how your inventory controls should happen, how the procure to pay process works, the application will say how that can be done in a system manner. Okay, so you will able to marry or merge what you have studied in your books, in your college or in your ICWA, which you can see it in the system, and why the controls are there, and how you can relate back to the various statutory norms also you can relate, and it will be easy adaptation for you to learn. Okay, you have learned already a basic business process, finance terminologies, and in an application you will have to just see how it works in an application. It will be an easy for you to learn. And based on your roles, you can choose which path you want to learn and then take it forward.
Thank you, sir. So it was a great answer which will help the students. Now there are some more questions which I will pin it on the screen now.
Okay.
Hope you are able to view the questions in the screen.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. One by one, I will pin it. You can answer it, sir.
Okay. Cloud visualization, operational efficiency of the company says, yes, yes, you have a better insights of your operations, okay, by way of your inventory position or your sales cycle or a purchase cycle. You would record them on your real time, okay, and see, it's another business solution, whether it's an on-prem or a cloud. You have a business solution in place. The cloud comes with an inbuilt standardized business solutions will help you to monitor the various key metrics or a key KPIs, okay, key performance indicators, and you make a right decision based on the key KPIs. Assume a situation where you don't have those metrics data, okay, or a data pointers. Without that, you will not have an ability to determine whether your business is growing efficiently or your business is profitable or not profitable. So by having this information real time on and before a rise, you will be able to take an effective on time decision, is what my answer is to this. What tools and softwares available for cloud storage? Okay, so the cloud storage is provided by say third party like Google, Amazon, Azure, Microsoft Azure. Okay, so they have that they'll have that cloud storage. Okay, and you can build your own software or your own tools, or you can buy any other third party software provider and host it on the cloud. Okay, say for example, I'm buying something called Zoho. Okay, if I wanted a data to be retained within myself, I'll buy that Zoho software. I'll put it in a server at my business location. But I don't see a data privacy as a major challenge. I'm not a bank, or I'm not having a sensitive data. Okay, then I may opt to put it in a cloud storage with any of these cloud providers which we talked about. Okay, next question. Yeah. What is the execution cost of cloud business solutions for SMEs? So there is only a called subscription cost, okay, which is based on the number of users, or it sometimes even there are open source software like Odoo is an open source software called ODOO. So as long as you use the basic service, there is no cost to the SMEs at all. Okay, so I'm starting a new enterprise. Okay, and I don't have a major cost or provision for that. Instead of keeping my or my reporting or recording into an Excel, I can go and buy an open source software and record those events there. And as I scale up my business, I can go to some paid software as well. So virtually there is no initial cost or a one-time cost, and there are on a cloud business solution, there are softwares which doesn't have any running cost also by having an open source. But if you wanted to make some investment decision, then there are softwares which you pay based on your usage. It's called subscription based pricing. Okay, next one. Which type of ERP driven application software is more popular, SAP or Oracle? So it's region specific. I'm from Oracle. For the last 20 years, I'm onto the Oracle technologies. Okay, I've been on the on-prem initial years. Last 10 years, the cloud has started picking up. I was part of last 10 years. I was only in cloud. Okay, and SAP also. There are little differences. SAP has a different cloud storage, whereas Oracle has its in-house cloud storage called private cloud. Whereas SAPs can be put it on your Amazon Web Service, Google Cloud, or Azure. Whereas I can't put Oracle into Azure and all. Oracle has its own data center and cloud storage. So there are some differences. Say SAP is good in Europe market, Oracle is good in US market, and each of them is good in different industries. So there is no one which is good and other than on top of the above others. Okay. It depends on the market and the industry situations for an individual customer to choose from. Yeah, and then next. What is the cost of storage of data? Okay, say I have an email. Okay, you may be using Gmail. Okay, Gmail is also hosted on a Google Cloud. Okay, storage. Your cost is zero. As a personal person, you are using an email. Your cost is zero. But within Google Cloud, you have ability to subscribe to the business emails. Okay, in that case, you will have to pay a certain cost. It varies based on what is the storage you wanted. You wanted 1 GB, 100 GB. Like you have various applications like OneDrive, Google Drive, or you wanted the emails to be stored. I will not delete my emails. I want all my emails and wanted to use it for business purpose. Then I can go and subscribe to any of this cloud storage provider, host my email there, and I can access it anytime, anywhere from any part of the globe. I can access it, and the cost is determined based on the storage space that I wanted to subscribe. MSMEs may not be able to afford initial high cost of cloud, but is there a possibility of MSMEs clusters coming together to pool up their resource in the cluster? How governments or banks help them? So there is no initial cost for cloud. Okay, MSMEs, when you go for a cloud, there is no initial cost at all. It is only a subscription-based pricing. Okay, it is a regular pricing. There is no end date. Whereas on-prem has an initial cost and the regular maintenance cost. Whereas MSME will pay only the monthly cost. And whether the governments or banks help them, okay, it's your software investments. Yes, definitely there will be a norms for the bank to provide a loan. The government, I don't have any. There is a Digital India movement, but this may not come under that. Okay, it is more like an MSME is what been considered, rather than what cost MSME worth. Okay, approximately what cost of the implementation cost of AWS or Google Cloud? I may not be able to comment on the cost for the number of users. See, it depends on what service you want to buy. Okay, and some of these informations can be available in the Google also. What service, whether it's only an accounting service, HR service, there will be a lot of app-based, like the way you go and subscribe to the mobile apps. Many of them can be free. You can have a free app also will be available. Some are paid services. Okay, paid services will avoid some of the, say, advertisement or any downtime and all will be avoided. Whereas a free service also, same feature will be available. They will try to grow based on your learning. Okay, so it depends on which services that you are using and what are the number of users. You said mentioned 30, but it depends on which service and what capacity you want to use. So there are a lot of different pricing models. Yeah, subscription-based pricing is one thing. There are varying level of pricing module. Okay, different pricing module to lure various types of customer. Okay, it's a flexible pricing. Okay, it may not be just based on the number of users or the number of storage space that you wanted. Some may be as you scale your business. Say today I have a revenue of $1,000, so they will ask you to pay 1% of that. Tomorrow, if your revenue goes to $10,000, you still have to pay 1% of that. So that type of model also is there. As long as you grow, you also help us putting money back to the cloud subscription fees. So based on your volume of business, also you can able to pay. They will not make you to pay FT amount when your business is small, not scaled up. But at the same time, when you grow up, they will ask you to pay. So that type of revenue sharing model also is there. So whatever I said on subscription base. It's not just subscription base. It's a flexible pricing is there, and each solution provider may have a different types of revenue, and you have an option to choose them. So these are all some of the critical thoughts that you make when you select your cloud service provider. Okay. Next. Okay, public cloud is like what is Amazon Web Service or Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud. So they have a data center. Say they have a data center in Sydney. They have a data center in Singapore or in India. Okay. Say Microsoft Azure has a data center under the sea. Okay, because they'll ensure that there is no physical attack on the data storage and all under the sea. You might have seen the recent. So and this data center is subscribed or given to various customers. Okay, so that is a public data center or a cloud storage, which is which is shared with different customers or with different enterprises. Okay, so whatever storage space I want, I just buy that storage part, whereas some other customer may buy certain storage part, but it will all be in single locations. So that is called public cloud. So they have a large trillions of data storage. I buy say 100 GB of data storage from that, so I use them. Likewise, many other customers buy it. So that's, and they'll maintain one infrastructure, the one cloud structure for every other customer who has subscribed to their data storage. Yeah, next question is there. Okay, I've answered this. Cost of implementation cost of AWS or Google Cloud Storage. So it's just an infrastructure. Okay, what you are asking is an implementation cost of AWS. There is no implementation cost. It is cost of using the storage space is what you have to check with AWS or Google. So which means it's just you get a storage space, but what you want to store there, whether you want to store an application software or whether you want to store your emails or whatever it is just a storage space you got. Okay, but if you want to store an application like an accounting application, ERP application, then based on the size, the cost will be determined. The size and the duration. Any other questions we have? Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We are
Thank
grateful
you.
for the opportunity to have listened to your remarkable presentation. I now invite Dr. P. Suresh, Head, PG Department of Commerce General, to deliver the summary of 5 days proceedings.
Good evening and warm greetings to each and every special people around us. I take this wonderful moment to give a note on the events which happened all these 5 days. The total views in the YouTube has crossed 8,000 till date for the program. A special mention on those who deliver their informative and high-opening sessions for our students, which are beneficial as well as mind-blowing. Let me list out one by one. On day one, CMA Ashwin Dalwadi sir delved into realms of digital transformation in the business world. He highlighted the significance of the Internet of Things in optimizing business operations and also shed light on the efficient utilization of GST and artificial intelligence powered solutions like ChatGPT for streamlining business process. Ashwin's insights continue to pave the way for modern and efficient business practices. And CMA Chandrasekhar us on the vital aspects of business agility and exponential technology progress, emphasizing the challenges posed by global competition and disruption. He underscored the significance of digital business creativity in managing risk effectively. He also elucidated the transformative journey involving business process and model evaluation, offering practical implementation steps and insightful examples for guidance. His experts through the ever-evolving landscape of modern business. On day two, CMA Chitranjan Chattopadhyay illuminated us on the transformative uses of blockchain and fintech in business, unveiling the promising future of these technologies. He also unveiled the role of blockchain in reshaping the fintech landscape. Senior shared insights into technology's pivotal role in business compliances and highlighted the advantages of various artificial intelligence tools. He emphasized best practices for seamlessly integrating technology into compliances process. Their expertise propels us toward a tech-safe and compliant future. On day three, CMA TCA Srinivasa Prasad sir explained his insights on chatbox technology's role in simplifying taxation, offering common people the opportunity to better understand the tax matters. CMA Mallikarjun N. sir provided a comprehensive overview of GST, its digital tax input tax credit mechanisms. He highlighted the benefit of GST for small business and MSMEs and discussed digitalization in various tax related domains, including PLI, GST department measures, FTP, SES, SEZ, and income tax, emphasizing notable achievement in GST implementation. Their expertise is eliminating the path to a digitally empowered tax landscape. On day 4, CMA Navinit Kumar Jain sir explained his insights on generative artificial intelligence and ChatGPT's impact on audit and highlighted the way forward of accounting and auditing intelligence with the help of artificial intelligence. SAR highlighted the immediate impact of inventory valuation report in ChatGPT. CMA Dr. Somu Sivaramakrishna sir had an interactive artificial intelligence session with ChatGPT with audit report preparation, mathematically accuracy. He further expressed the impact how ChatGPT has democratized artificial intelligence, making it easier to use and opening new opportunities for adoption in business and commerce. And day 5, CMA Arshad Samskan Dashpande sir dwelled upon his thoughts on cloud-based platforms enabling large enterprises businesses to build, test, and deploy applications and store, backup, and recover data. His perception was that cloud technology can scale and adopt at high speed and accelerate innovation, drive business agility, streamline operations, and reduce cost. CMA Sriram Swaminathan sir stressed on the fact that the cloud-based solution wide range of clear advantages such as enhanced data security, decreased downtime, and flexible storage, CRM administration, resource optimization, and remote computing. In a nutshell, it is an overwhelming response from the audience just because of the extraordinary sessions conducted by the pioneers in their respective specialized branches. I thank each and every one of the team who made this event a grand success. Both teaching and non-teaching staff made the benefit of the students. I take this opportunity to thank each and every individual for making these 5 days a big success. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Sai Satyavati, Director, SA College of Arts and Science, to deliver the special address.
Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. With these words of Henry Ford, I wish you all the very happy learning and a happy evening. It gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this 5-day strategic development program on digital transformation in business world, a well-worn path for driving and scaling digital initiatives which has been successfully completed with a distinguished collaboration between the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, Information Technology Committee, and our college. The program gave a bird's eye view on business progress transformation versus business model transformation, technology in business compliances, digital initiatives in indirect taxation, chat GPT for business, are we ready? And cloud business solution for MSMEs, a game changer. These sessions were beacon light for the audience to enter into the world of business, which is transforming digitally. We saw the audience were spellbound in the sessions that, that they were highly informative and interesting. Even a science stream person like me got with some interest in business after attending the sessions as an active listener. These 5 days were not only eye openers but also remarkable in the professional lives of the audience. This program has proved letter and word behind every successful decision there is always a CMA. Hearty congratulations and thanks to the entire team. Let this journey be a never ending process. We look forward to partnering with the Institute in the days to come. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request CMA TCA Srinivasa Prasad, Council Member, to deliver the valedictory address.
Good evening, Vanakkam, Namaste. I was listening to people talking about the program, and it's really a wonderful evening. Every good thing comes to end also at some particular point. As I said on the first day, this will be a curtain riser program where we have been pointing out the areas, directions where the professionals and the students and the faculty should now concentrate on. Things are rapidly changing, and they are changing at a pace which we can't even expect, really. Many things are gone on technology basis, all of you must be knowing. So we thought it is our duty, being a premier institution, to definitely open up to our members and our future members and all the stakeholders and the teaching people, non-teaching people, students, their parents, members, what is happening in the country and in the world. And definitely, we will be doing much more programs, in-depth programs on some of these topics because we have got a request for even to do a case study-based workshops and all from the college, from your own college. We'll be certainly doing all those things. And blockchain technology is one which is slowly encompassing all areas of work and even in our private life without we even knowing that we are in the midst of a changing technological environment. If that being said, how are we getting ready to do all those things and to face all those things? We have come a long way. If you remember, when we have to pay fees, some of the elders I'm talking, when you want to pay fees to the colleges, you go with the money and then pay it in the counter. Later on, the bank slips were given. We used to go to different banks and pay. Later on, we were able to make payment online. Now there are some payments which you make from your mobile phone. So everybody is still involved. Bank is involved. Your banker, the person to whom you are sending money is banker. And the medium, instead of all those forms and all mediums, you have telephone, and you need not be even in your house. Initially, you are in the college counter. Later on, you are in the bank counter. Later on, you are on before maybe in a internet cafe. You are there, or in your house if you are able to afford a laptop or PC. You are able to do now. Absolutely, you are doing it from your mobile. I do not know the days maybe saying that maybe your watch, like all of us wear very smart watches and all. Maybe from the watch you will simply say that this is to be done and that job will be done. That is also possible. So things are changing at that speed. Now, at what speed we are catching up with what is happening in and around us? That thinking, that very deep thinking, made us to have a program like this. This is the second program. In fact, if you really look at it, we can call it as a 10th program in this, maybe within a month, 5 days program, each day a different topic, a different kind of staff or different kind of faculty coming in and our members. So this was a action which we thought it is our bounden duty to definitely do this. So that is why we have taken up this environment as online environment and then IT related, so that every one of us gain more knowledge and together we grow. So thanks to the organizers and thanks to my institute president, my vice president, and my council members, 12 of them, apart from president and vice president, for giving this opportunity, and to the college authorities, directors, correspondent, and the principal, and certainly, the full marks go to our member and my friend CMA Rakesh Ravishankar for these kind of initiatives. Without all your people's support and without my institute support, this would not have been possible. We are very happy that we are able to add value to every one of your life, and your intrinsic value is going up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nandri. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valedictory request. Mr. A. Christo Kamalraj, sir, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we conclude this remarkable event, I am deeply honored to express our heartfelt gratitude. I am Christo Kamalraj, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today, for your participation, and for making this gathering a memorable one. Your presence has added immense value to our event. I want to express my deepest appreciation to our esteemed speaker, CMA Harshad Shamkant Deshpande, sir. Your wisdom, insights, and contributions have enriched our event and inspired all of us. Honored to have you in this session, sir. I'm grateful to thanks CMA Sriram Swaminathan, sir, for spending his valuable time with us. We are thankful for your presence and will look forward to future opportunities to share, learn, and grow together. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our correspondent, Mr. Venkatesh Raja sir, our director, Dr. Sai Satyavadi madam, our principal, Dr. Maladi Selvakumar madam, CMA Rakesh Shankar Ravi Shankar sir, Head PG Department of Commerce, Dr. P. Suresh sir, faculties, and my dear participants. Thank you for your participation and may you all have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the institute and myself, I would like to thank Thirupi Venkatesh Raja, correspondent, SA College of Arts and Science, my dear principal, Dr. Malati Selvakumar, and the director, Dr. Sai Satyavadi ma'am, for their constant encouragement, and they have taken a lot of efforts to conduct this particular program even in the online mode. So thank you so much, ma'am. My sincere thanks to our president, CMA Ashwin Kumar Dalwadi, to the vice president, CMA BB Nayak, to the keynote speakers, CMA Dr. KCH AVS and Murthy, CMA Navneet Kumar Jain, CMA Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay, CMA Harshit Deshpande, and to the resource persons for being with us. And my special thanks to TMS TCS Srinivasa Prasad. In spite of us shuffling between Chennai, Delhi, and Kolkata, he supported us for the program. Thank you so much, sir. So thank you, dear participants, for being with us, for traveling for 5 days. It is a curtain raiser program. So now start talking back to your students about the initiatives in the information technology and get back to us for any support. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Sir, I just want to add a few words, please, with your permission.
Yes, ma'am.
On behalf of our correspondent, our staff and students, I definitely want to thank the institute, the president, the vice president, and all the CMAs, honorable CMAs who have spent their time and effort in disseminating meaningful information to all the participants. It was an excellent exposure for our college, especially we being, I think always we are in the growing stage, we are infants. And Rakesh sir, you've been hand holding us for quite some time, and I'm sorry we are holding on to you very tightly. You cannot escape from my grip, at least till I'm here. So I'm looking forward to working with the institute and for the betterment of the student community. This is on one hand. On the other hand, I want to thank Dr. Suresh for taking all the initiative, despite my criticism and my pressurizing him. I think I put him on like a pressure cooker. Prestige brand should be, I think, awarded to Suresh. He took it in the right perspective. And I thank Aarti, Prabjot, Kartika, and Kristu, Kamal, all of you who have done a fascinating job. And thank you, Aarti. You took our constructive criticism in the right vein and you did it so well. Thank you so much. And I think I'll fail in my duty if I don't recognize a fabulous support, technical support, which I've got from my students. Kandipa, if my kids weren't there, I have 200% doubt whether this program would have really happened. And headed by Yashwant. ஒரு பேரை சொன்னா நான் மற்றவங்க பேர் சொன்னா அவங்களாம் கடிச்சு விட்டுருவாங்க. But sorry, I can't remember all their names. But they have done such an amazing job. Because I'm so bad on the technical front. These guys have always reported by 1:40, made sure everything was perfect, and ensured that all of us were in it. So thank you once again. Srinivasa Prasad sir, super நீங்க பேசுறீங்க. I'll definitely invite you for another session in our college. And ICMA has always been like a guiding light for us, and I really look forward to partnering with you in more programs, which is going to be a great benefit for the society at large and for students in particular. Thank you so much. I spoke out of the way. I'm really sorry, but thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
I would like to place on record our sincere gratitude to my IT team and the administrative team of ICMAI, because our IT team has been working rigorously to ensure that this reaches the members and everybody is able to come and join. We have got a high participation from the members also. So my thanks goes to my IT team and all other departments of ICMAI. And Madam was telling, if she says only one name, others may feel left out. Madam, cinema la vara mari oru pera sonna 100 per sonna madri. So I think everybody is covered that way. Okay. So all the best. We will definitely visit the college, madam. I will come along.
Most welcome, sir. Most welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you all.
Rakesh, thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thanks.